Why the least cool part is probably the four wheels taking you home from the gig.
We've traumatized enough people with
I
this,
feel
this
upset.
conversation.
No, we're talking. So everyone that's ever played a gig, you fantasize about like you showing up at the gig, pulling up, and you're cool, like spacious. Was it a Sprinter now? Is like the thing you're probably gonna show up in, or if or your F-150, your pickup truck.
Yeah.
Sports car. Hopefully you don't fantasize about that, but maybe somebody does. Your tour bus. That's not where most people are gigging in.
I mean,
You're usually showing up in your Honda Accord, or your
1978 Cutlass,
or your Subaru Outback, 1985 style.
Yep.
And that's okay. But we want to sort of break down what we think are the best gigging vehicles in the universe. And they're probably the opposite of what you think, and they definitely do not get you cool points. But you might get lucky in them if you're so bold.
You never know.
Click like, subscribe,
Hit the old bell.
and let's continue, Johnny. So you were saying one earlier that sounded kind of fascinating.
Oh, the old Dodge.
Yeah,
the Dodge. They made this car called a Dodge Magnum for a while.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It had a Hemi. It looked sort of like the Challenger, but then the back was like the cool old school, like surfing, like the Woody or something,
Yes,
like station wagon. But in all the commercials, I remember back when there were commercials and you watched Real TV instead of streaming everything. They'd have there was one of them where there's like a Marshall stack like laying flat in there.
Okay.
And like guitar cases and surfboards, and it's like
it's the ultimate cool.
go out
that
racing.
was probably the coolest one.
That would be pretty cool, I think.
Now, if you counted to go the least cool, one of Derek's throwdowns was the PT Cruiser, which is one of the least cool cars ever made, and one of the worst built cars. But it's good for gigging, kind of, or the HHR. Cool. I mean, a traveling hearse. But I'm just gonna throw down and say that the number one vehicle is the Chrysler Pacifica minivan.
I mean that kind of does win.
Isn't that upsetting?
That or like Dodge Caravan. I mean, pretty much any of them, but that one is particularly.
Seats go down completely.
It's kind of amazing.
Flat. We every type of guitar show we go to, with Taylor guitars in particular, there's always a rented Chrysler Pacifica. They're cheap. They're easily accessible. They have a wonderful mother fragrance inside of them. It's like milk and cookies, and special milk too.
Like that sort of flowery old person perfume.
I watched this stupid Just for Laughs videos with my kids, and they had this giving out free milk samples in the grocery store the other day. Then they opened up this thing, and they had this dog had milk things attached to his nose.
Dog milk.
People thought they were drinking dog milk. It just made me so happy.
Milk, dog milk, it's all.
My kids are like, "Is that gross?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's why it's funny." Dog milk would be great.
What is is it like Ben Stiller Meet the Parents where he talks about milking the cats? Do you remember that? He's like, they have tiny little nipples. That was a great part of that movie.
Small fact that those are Robert De Niro's highest grossing films in his entire film career. Just, we love him as one of the greatest Hollywood actors. It's the Meet the Fockers. That's his highest grossing set of films.
It's his greatest work. Most brilliant. Circle of Trust.
I didn't even realize there was a Zoolander 2 again until last night. I was like, they made a sequel?
Yeah,
that's so good.
True.
Don't get me wrong, I love Ben Stiller. I love Zoolander. But okay, so the Chrysler Pacifica, you can fit so many guitar and guitar related things in that.
Okay.
And you even have enough room. You can have the second row in there. We usually get all the rows down. We just have the two people and we pack it with guitars.
But sure, you could have you got to have a 4-piece band or less.
Yes.
Right? But if you got that,
especially if you're a hip metal band that uses modeling amps, you could just go in a sports car, get a Corvette.
I mean, part of what has changed the game is that PA systems have gotten way more efficient. So, right, you can have some of those towers or smaller speakers that probably do everything you need them to do.
Yes.
In any venue that you're going to in a minivan.
And nobody's really traveling with the Marshall stacks anymore. Those are a thing of the past. The 412s, you don't see
I will say it's pretty sweet if you get the old 15-passenger vans and you just tear the back seats out.
That's what I used to tour in those.
Yeah, man.
That was a common thing. It was awesome. You had enough room for everybody to have their own row.
Yeah.
If you're in a 4-piece band. And you had plenty of room for your gear. And there's all sorts of room to hide extra stuff. Yep. Minivans have become the highest drug muling vehicles on the border right now too, according to one of my police friends.
That's good.
Because there's all sorts of little hidden compartments that everybody thinks is all hidden, but the DEA guys know, and the cops and the border patrol.
It's not really hidden if there's a little thing to twist off and it's right there.
I know. I guess I just like to think of my Jason Bourne mind that I could break the system and figure it all out. But
you
no,
totally could.
No, I think the Honda Element's an unsung hero too.
I feel like drummers like those.
The traveling box. One of my favorite artists, Zach Person in Austin, Texas, had one for a bit, and I made fun of him religiously for having that car.
But I mean, but you do. You just open the back and bam.
And everything fits, and it's a square, so it fits your equipment efficiently, and you can stack it so there's none of this curving stuff.
I would just like to say there should be an honorable mention to the Honda Ridgeline because it's got that trunk in the bed of the truck, and then you just put the little shell.
The cover thing is nice.
So you have the cover. And then under the cover, you got that thing. It's huge. It's like a trunk in your bed truck.
In general, I'm gonna say pickup trucks are like one of the worst things for like a band.
I mean, for a band, there.
Yeah, it's just not like even if you have the covered shell in the back and
well, you got to go. It's not big enough. You got to go full camper. You go full camper shell, and you do the thing where you take the tailgate off and you get the little door. You can walk in there.
Wow, that'd be cool.
It is cool.
That would be cool. Okay,
no,
I never thought about that. It is cool. But efficiency on gas is rough too.
Yeah.
I think the Tesla Cybertruck will be the ultimate gigging.
No, because I like to put as much carbon out there as I can.
God.
I want to be like a carbon Sasquatch. Oh my God! Did you see that footprint? That's me.
Are you starting this whole because I thought in the shop you were saying you're not eating any more meat at all because the carbon footprint. Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Launching that soon?
That's right. That's me.
Old Jonathan Robinson.
Vegan. Old Jonathan Vegan Robinson.
That would be a great day if we could get that. Just be a pescatarian for a bit. You try that? Can you do that? Yeah. I'll do it with you.
If I feel like there was any use to that. And if I also wanted to consume microplastics in large quantities, that's what I would do.
I do love microplastics.
That's why the whole idea of that makes me not want to eat fish.
It was funny because when I was looking at these numbers too about this. Now we got off on climate change and everything. Sorry, it just happens sometimes. But I was watching this one guy's debate thing, and then some other stuff. He's been on the news, and don't hammer me for this, but it's funny. Like in England, they want to change their climate footprint in England, but England's climate carbon footprint is 2% of the world. So they could go completely like carbon neutral. It affects the world zero pretty much. It's nuts. So it just it's really like us, India, China. Like the big guys that are just and the whole point of why people are polluting is it's the poverty thing too. And once you get people out of poverty, they can actually worry about that. But until that,
once you kind of catch them up, these.
That's the geopolitics for today. I don't know enough to go any further because I'm kind of stupid. So I apologize to you right now.
Like I say, just pour some gas in the barrel in your backyard.
And let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you ever see the movie by Cormac McCarthy's great book, The Road, or the movie, Johnny's the guys in the pickup truck looking for extra meat, which is people.
Still alive though. Still making it.
Alive.
Still trucking. Doesn't matter what happens.
I'm one of the suckers that goes out. I think. It's okay. Sad. No, I think minivans are the number one choice though.
I mean,
and my spec op friends, like all my special op guys, my Spetsnaz friends, I want to say that. I don't have any. That'd be cool. But they all say minivans are the best because you can just roll the sliding window open and machine gun, and then you just keep moving. They're like, that's the vehicle we like to use.
I feel like minivans have a lot of uses.
It's for machine gunning, for guitar toting. Nice. Like for guitar shows, for us in particular, I can carry 30 guitars in a Lexus RX 350.
Yeah.
That's cased. The Pacifica puts that to shame. And can efficiently stack everything. It's fantastic.
I mean, I did a lot of touring. The problem, right? I did a ton of touring in a Tahoe with a trailer. A small trailer.
Okay.
Which is sort of comfy. But also, nice. It eats a lot of gas, and having a trailer is a pain. The
trailer's a pain because you want to be able to go through the drive-thrus and not have to worry about that stuff. And
that's all.
At the Tokyo Spa, they frown upon trailers.
You can't do it.
On the road. Yeah,
cannot do it.
Yeah, so just be careful. That's my 2 cents. Derek, you got anything else?
No.
Derek has no more cars that he wants to add. He said.
Derek's like, this is the dumbest video you've ever made.
It's Derek's idea too.
But at least we gave everyone plenty of reasons why they could be upset, from climate to all sorts of Russian special forces. It's great.
But also, if you want let's say the minivan's also nice because let's say you want to start a family while you're on tour, it gives you the impetus. Hey, I'm a responsible touring artist, and I care. It's got the smell. Cookies and dog milk.
Here's the real question. Who's going to rag out your minivan first? Your insane children or your bass player and your drummer?
Well, bass players and drummers are like pretty much the homeless people in the band anyway. So
I was just saying, like, who's going to make it stickier? Your kids?
Yeah, good point.
Or your bass players?
I thought you were like saying diss it. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, keep. You don't let the bass player or drummer go in the band. They have to think camels or bicycles. As Lawrence of Arabia said, take the camel to the high road. He never said that.
He could have, though.
Would have been cool, though.
No one watching us has seen Lawrence of Arabia.
Sir Lawrence Olivier's finest works. Yeah. I keep waiting for the Dirty Dozen remake because that would be tight.
That would be good.
That's a great old Nazi killing.
Yeah.
I mean, but I would like a remake. I'm going to show that movie to my kids. I hope it's still good.
I think they've remade everything else.
When they're dropping grenades down like the air, the ventilation, it's like, oh, it's so sweet. Like watch them burn, all of them, the girls and boys and everything. It was just like, oh, there's a bunch of ladies in there, like kill them all. This was like 1960s.
Yeah,
awesome.
Peace and love.
And if you haven't seen the Wild Bunch is a lot of fun too. If you want like that's a Sam Peckinpah film, I believe. And he also did Iron Cross, which most people haven't seen, which is a German World War II movie from their perspective on the Russian front. Same director, lots of slow motion murder. You know, like the Gatling gun I remember from Wild Bunch. Iron Cross was also with Lee Marvin as a German sergeant in the trenches. And the finale of that movie is great because it's I'm not gonna give away, but the music it's hilarious. It's hilarious. And just thinking of the end of a World War II movie, hilarity. Anyway, that's all I got.
Bohemian Rhapsody, right there.
Wrapping out now. Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun.
Was it fun?
See you guys next time.
Bye, guys.